The Bluetooth that I mentioned before is 2.1, so we have the extended data rate capability on this device. We are getting about 300 feet range in an open air environment. Obviously the range would really depend on what your environment was and how much metal and wood and all that kind of stuff that you do have in your facility. One of the things that is really lends for a really nice application is if you're running 802.11 out on the factory floor and need to do printing to a Bluetooth enabled printer. Well, this is perfect, and you have the capability built into this device to utilize that. As far as the key data capture options, as I mentioned, we have actually several imaging options on this device. This is the new SE4500, also known as the Blockbuster Imager that Motorola has just recently released. Again, on this imager, if you haven't had a chance to take a look and play with it, we are getting very, very fast, laser-like, aggressive decodes on this, and the feedback so far has been, wow, this is the best that's out there to date. So we're really excited about this. We have 3 versions of the imager. We have a high density, so that's for very small, down to 4 or 5 mil barcodes. It reads them very well. We have a standard range, which is the most popular imager here, and then we also have a DPM. This is direct part marking imager. So as you may or may not know, this is specifically for parts that are etched onto various either metal parts or plastic parts. So we do have the 3 imaging options here depending on what your application need is. And also on the laser option, I would like to say that we are reading as close in to 1 inch, and we're reading out to over 4 feet depending on the type of barcode that is used. So we do have a lot of flexibility and a wide read range also on the laser option that we're utilizing for this product. So just quickly on the ergonomics, this was one of the things that we did a conjoint analysis actually when we were doing the phaser research, and this is one thing, as I quickly mentioned before, that came back is, guys, don't lose this feature. This was something that if you have a chance to hold it, you're going to see real quickly, as I mentioned, that this is very easy, very comfortable to hold. This is actually built off an award-winning design on the phaser, the handle forward design. And as I mentioned, it's really easy to grip, well balanced, and with the addition of the color VGA graphic display, it really makes it for a nice, compact, affordable, powerful data capture device that really can be used across a lot of different applications, and we're getting a lot of interest from, quite honestly, a lot of different verticals on this. So it's not just isolated to retail or T&L. We're seeing some government applications, we're seeing healthcare applications, manufacturing applications with this. So we're very excited about this product so far. Just the key with the ruggedization and durability is obviously all these features can be great, but you know, if the product is not designed to withstand the rigors of everyday use, certainly in a retail back end or in a warehouse, it's going to get a lot of people quite mad, and they're going to be sending units in, and their productivity and their return on investment is going to go down substantially. So with this, and again, this was Symbol Motorola, this is our core, our key strength that we've really developed this through the years. So this product is built to withstand 6-foot drops, multiple 6-foot drops to concrete over operating temperature. The operating temperature is -4 to +22 degrees F. If you know anything about physics, once you get down into the cold temperatures, the plastics become real brittle and they're really easy to break. So some of our competitors, they tout 5-6 foot drop to concrete. However, what they don't say is that once you get down into the very cold temperatures, the products will fail pretty quickly. So this product is actually made to withstand multiple drops across a wide operating temperature. It is also sealed to IP54, so that was pretty consistent with the existing phaser. We've kept that sealability. So basically what that is, in case you don't know, it's windblown, dust and rain. As an example would be an uncovered shipping receiving dock, and you're doing transactions out there, this product would work within those parameters. Tempered glass exit window. That's one of the things, if you get that scratched, you're going to degrade the scanning performance. So we put a tempered glass exit window in there. I mentioned the wide operating range and also the rugged construction. Basically translates into less repair costs and less employee downtime. So that was really kind of our design goal here, was to increase the capabilities of the current phaser, but meanwhile keeping the product very affordable, keeping the product small, keeping it balanced very well, so that it does lend to work well in a lot of scan-intensive environments. Just quickly to go over the accessories here, we do have a full suite of accessories that surround the MT2000 series. As you can see by the slide, we have a multi-slot battery charger. We have a couple of different variations of the single-slot cradles. So we have a charging single-slot cradle with active sync. We have a Bluetooth cradle with a multi-interface. We have a couple of variants of the 4-slot cradles. The 4-slot cradles and the single-slot cradles can either be cable or wall-mounted, depending on what your preference is. And the 4-slot cradles charge and they hold for 4 MTs. They also charge 4 additional spare batteries. And we have another variant of that that also has Ethernet connectivity. So we have 2 variants of the 4-slot cradles, a charge only and then a charge and Ethernet connectivity. We do have an IntelliStand for a point of sale application, and there's a desk cup holder to secure the device so it doesn't grow legs and walk away in some applications.
Hi, this is Brad again. Thanks so much, Bruce. It was great information. And I'm just going to go over the highlights here of why PTS is really excited about the MT2000 series. In the past, we saw mobile computing with integrated barcode scanners coming from one angle. It was basically a PDA where a scanner was integrated on the top, and you were really revolving your applications around the idea of running it on a PDA. And what's different about this in our eyes is that we're really taking a whole different approach, or Motorola's taking a different approach, where they're taking their classic scanners, which really made Symbol who they are today, and integrating the idea of a CE or a Windows operating system into that application at a price point that hasn't been seen yet. So what it's given us is the ability to create mobile applications for an enterprise environment with high volume scanning at price points that haven't been in the market yet. The other avenue is that it's really taking the traditional scanner customers and giving them a nice way to step into the Windows Mobile or CE.net market. They can use the scanner, as Bruce mentioned, as a tethered scanner, and then slowly progress into other applications through our TracerPlus program, which Howie's going to show, and tie these into their pre-existing databases as time permits. So it's a cost-effective way to create applications with ease. Really no need to do programming or anything like that with the TracerPlus tools. You can create these mobile applications and then tie them into these pre-existing databases or systems you may be running. With that said, I'm going to turn it over to Howie, and we're really going to get into the meat of the presentation. And he's going to go through the new features built into TracerPlus for the MT2000 and the non-touchscreen devices. And he's going to give us an overview of what we have going on the TracerPlus.com site for the MT2000.
Hi everybody, my name's Howie Heckman. I'm one of the developers at PTS, and I was just going to take a couple minutes to walk you through some of the changes that we've made on our TracerPlus.com website and Solution Center to support the MT2000 series, as well as some of the changes that we've made to our TracerPlus application, as well as the TracerPlus desktop application to support the MT2000. Some of the new features that we have there, just to touch on this slide here, we've added a lot of non-touchscreen navigation to TracerPlus, so you can really navigate around the app using function keys and the keypad of the device to get around the application without that touchscreen ability. It's actually, you could set up everything that you've been able to do in the past using a stylus or the TracerPlus desktop tool. You can do it within the TracerPlus application on the MT2000. We've also added a battery meter to TracerPlus. This just allows you to see the current battery status since you don't have the taskbar on the device. So with that, I'm going to jump over to our TracerPlus.com website.